Hey folks, welcome to our blending lesson today. So this week we are doing a review of everything that we have learned in Unit 4. So that is all of those vowel teams of the long I, the long O, the long A, and the long E. So just a quick reminder, the long vowels, they just say their name. If you're singing the ABC song, when you say the first letter A, that's the long A sound. So when you see it in a word, using any one of these spellings, then that can be a clue that just tells you that that A might not say ah, it could say A instead. All right, so let's do high frequency words. So make sure you're focused and you're paying attention, really helping yourself to own the words. Right, listen, caught, near, were, woman, hard, flew, would, laugh, warm, over, know, found, more, find, because, into, or, other, small, blue, give, hour, carry, about, food, start, animal, ate. Lovely. Remember, during your independent time, you can go back to this video and you can turn the sound off. You can practice the high frequency words on your own. You can practice reading the blending board on your own. All right, so let's get started. First word, may. Your turn. A, may. So this word may is working with the long A sound, which just says A, the middle sound you hear in train. So this word may is using the AY spelling of the long A sound. We'll do it like the month. So like the month of May, M says, thank you. The month of May would be capitalized, but if you're not going to use a capital M, it just means, may I go use the restroom? So AY is that vowel team that's working together to say long A. So let's blend. A, may. So like I've said before, those vowel teams, they won't ever say their own sounds and still be correct. Like this word would never be aya, aya. Well, won't ever be a word. Or a, may. So those two together, they say the long A sound, excuse me. All right, next word, play. Your turn. Pull, A, play. So this word play is also using the long A sound. This one's actually a high frequency word. You might remember it. I think it's one of your kinder words. So P-L, ol, you just put those two together, ol, pull. And this is also using the AY vowel team that works together to say long A. And like I said before, if you know this word because you've mastered all of your high frequency words, then you don't necessarily have to sound it out because you've seen it so many times, you just know it. So let's blend. Pull, A, play. Excellent. Next word, day. Your turn. Duh, A, day. So the word day is also a high frequency word. Again, you may not even have to sound it out. You just know it. D says duh. And this word day is also using the AY vowel team working together to say long A. Let's blend. Duh, A, day. Now I'm going to turn this word day like it's one day, but if many days had passed, that's more than one day. So in order to make that, I'd have to add an S. And you still blend it the same, days, days. And that just means more than one day. Next word, me. Your turn. E, me. So look at that, another high frequency word. And this word, me, is using the long E. The long E, not the A, the long E at the end of the word. So M says, thank you. And in this word, me, so So we have a whole bunch of different ways that you can spell that E sound, the long E sound. So E by itself is one of those ways. And in this word, me, that's exactly what it is. E, me. Now again, me is a high frequency word, so you may not even have to sound it out because you just know it. And that's okay. Next word, C, your turn. S, E, C. C is also a high frequency word that you may not need to sound out. S says S. And E is a vowel team working together to say long E. Just one of those other ways with long E. There's a lot of them that you can spell that long E sound. S, E, C. Next word. Each, your turn. E, cha. Each. Like we each have a job. So EA, that is the beginning sound. That's the long E that you hear in the word each. It's spelled with EA. That vowel team works together to say long E. E. And then cha. Remember that cha. CH. Remember, CH will never say kaha. Kaha. It won't ever happen. You just have to know CH says cha. Let's blend. E, ch, each. Next word. Old. Your turn. O, old. Old. So old is another high frequency word. And this word is using long O. So when you say old, you hear O at the beginning. And that's the long O sound. We learned that O by itself can say long O. And in this word old, that's exactly what it is. O and LD, olda, old, O, old, old. So yeah, high frequency word that you can sound out now that you have some more of these sounds in your pocket. Next word, boat, your turn. B-O-T, boat. Oh look, it's the boat card. So B says B, thank you. And in this word boat, it is the O-A. O-A is a way that we can spell long O. It's an O-A that works together like a team to say long O. B-O. T says ta. B-O-T, boat. So this is just one boat. Now if I'm talking about how I see many boats in the ocean, I'm going to need to add an S to this word. So when you see this word in a book, because that's when you'll have to sound it out, B-O-T-S, boats. So that's just, when you're reading in a book and you need to sound it out. That's where all of these skills really come in handy. Okay, next word. Show, your turn. Sh, O, show, show. Remember that digraph, sh, S-H. Remember the digraphs, they will never say their individual sounds. They will only say the sounds together. So S-H, sh, never, ever, ever, saha. Never will it be saha. It will always be sh. So S-H says sh, and then O-W is one of those vowel teams. It's gonna work together to say long O. Okay. Sh, O, show. And the word, if I want to turn this word show into showing, I need to add I-N-G. And then when you see this in a book, the way that can help you sound it out is if you see I-N-G together, try to get in the habit of just seeing that as ing. Sh-o-ing, showing. Wonderful. Next word, by, your turn. B-I. By. So this word by, when I say the word by, like I am standing by the door, I hear long I. B-I. Okay, and this is a high frequency word too. B says ba. I hear long I at the end. B-I, by. So one of the ways that we can spell long I, and it's a trickier one because you don't think of it when you see the letter, is Y. B-I, by. So sometimes that Y will say the yo-yo sound. It'll say ya. And sometimes it'll say I, like this word, by. And sometimes, like we learned last week, it will say the E sound. So again, you just have to play with it until you find what sounds right, what sounds like a real word. And this is also a high frequency word. So you may not even need to sound it out. You don't even have to think about sounding that word out because you already know it. Next word, untie. Your turn. Un-tie. Untie. Untie. So remember, un, that's a prefix, which means not, okay? So, and then T says ta, and at the end of the word untie, I, you hear the letter I, which means you hear the long I sound. And I-E is that vowel team that's gonna work together to say long I. Un-I, untie. So if I were to take off the un, it's the word tie, ta-I. It's like you're going to tie your shoes before you go outside. And once you come inside, you're going to untie your shoes. So un is just a prefix that means not tie your shoes, because you don't need to. Un-I, untie. All right, next word, sigh. I, sigh, sigh. So this is like a big heavy sigh, like a big deep breath. S says S. And IGH says what? It says I. It's one of the newer ways that we're learning to spell long I. And it will never say igaha, igaha. Or even if this was a long I by itself, igaha, igaha. It will, that G and H, it'll never say gaha. It will only, those three letters, they work together to say the long I sound. Okay, all right, let's read our board. May, play, days, me. Your turn. Wonderful. See, each, old, boats. Your turn. Showing, by, untie, sigh. Your turn. Wonderful. All right, let's do a sentence. Give yourself a stretch if you need it. Okay, I think this is a high frequency word, but the word is did. You can sound it out. Da-id, did. High frequency word, you. L says ol. This word we have not done a lot of. Ol, ooze, lose. So this O in the middle kind of sounds like ooh. But in this word, lose is just an O and a silent E even. So this word lose doesn't even really follow the rules. Ol, ooze, lose. Did you lose? Another high frequency word, your. K says ka. And EY, a team that works together to say long E. This one was pretty brand new. We did it last week. So EY was one of those new ways that we learned how to spell long E. And like it says here, blank EY, that means that there's going to be a letter or sound before it. So in the word key, it is a K that comes before it. So did you lose your key in the, A says ah. Remember, two L's, we just double up on the sound. Ol, ah, and then EY, that same team working together to say long E. So A-O-E, alley. So an alley is it's kind of like a small tiny street between two buildings. Like it's not a full-on street, but it's just like a smaller space you can drive your car through. So let's read our sentence. Did you lose your key in the alley? Your turn. Wonderful. Okay, so we need punctuation. So this sentence is asking a question. It's, did you lose your key in the alley? No, I didn't lose it. It's right here in my pocket. Or, yeah, I lost it. I have to go find it now. So it is a question. A question has an answer. So let's do some nouns and verbs. So there are 3 nouns in this sentence. One of them is the word key. Key is a thing. Remember, a noun is a person, a place, or a thing. It's something you can touch. So a key, that is a thing. Alley, that is a place. And the word you is actually a pronoun. So if you're writing this, you put like a little dotted line around it. Because like we said with pronouns, you can put any other name in there and it's still a correct sentence. Did Mrs. Porter lose your key in the alley? That would be a correct sentence, but it wouldn't be talking about my key. If it was, did Miss Porter lose her key in the alley? Or did Mr. Porter lose his key in the alley? But since I'm talking to you over there, then I would use the word your. Did you lose your key in the alley? So depending on the name that you would put here, you'd have to change the word your to he or his or they. All right. Thanks so much for your focus and your participation. Make sure that you go and review this video on your own time to really help you own all those skills. We'll see you later.